Balvigan Bharti with your mentor Abhilash Sarkar. In this chapter, I will move to the problem number 13. Probably I just remember, I don't remember exactly, but so far I remember it has to be 13. So let me proceed to 13. Thirteen says the middle term in the expression. You have to find the middle term. The middle term in the expansion is given as x plus 1 by x whole to the power 10. Now, before I proceed, the rule you know already. We have to see the power of the binomial. The power of the binomial, if it is even, I said the number of terms will be odd, that means 11. So there will always be a single middle term in case the power is even, and that is equal to, if I divide this power by 2 and add plus 1, then I can reach to the middle term. Okay, so that obviously see is a power is very less. So I can show you practically also. So how many terms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so the middle term will come. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because power is 10. One more number of term you will get, so 11. So middle term will be this one. So how will you reach there? You have to divide it into equal parts. That is another 10 numbers. So that 10 divided by 2 plus 1. So 10 by 2 you will reach there. Plus 1 you will come to the middle term. So this is also true for any number of order or power of the binomial where it is even. So the middle term will be 10 by 2 plus 1, that is equal to 6 number. So now we will consider on the T6. So you know, if we resemble it with R plus 1 kind, so what are the thing will come? N means N, C, R will come. R is 5 here, 5, x to the power 10 minus 5, 5, 1 by x to the power 5. So this will be the case. So you can understand this term will be without x also. So this is only 10c5. You can keep it as it is. You need not to be expanded, because mostly in case of binomial series, the answers will be allowed to give in this form, this binomial coefficient form. Okay, so there is no harm if you keep it as it is. Your answer will be right. Okay, the next one will be number 14. Again, the middle term in the expression, term in the expansion of 1 plus x whole to the power 2n is what? So this time it is not given any definite value, whereas it is given as 2n. So you know, if n is be any natural number, if we multiply the 2, always be it is even. There is no ambiguity in that. So 2n is always even for n is a natural number, belongs to natural number. So 1 plus x whole to the power. So what is the middle term? So middle term will be equal to 2n by 2 plus 1, because it will follow the number of terms will be odd then. So odd, you have to divide this power by 2, n plus 1 you will reach to the middle term. So this is equal to n plus 1 term. So now I have to find n plus 1 term in the series. So this will be 2n cn 1 to the power 2n minus n, that is n, and x to the power n. So this will be the term. So this will be 2cn and x to the power n. This will be your answer. Okay. The next comes number 15. Is given if n plus 1 factorial is equal to 12 into n minus 1 factorial, then what is n? N you have to find. So the case will be, I have to, because this one is in a higher series of natural number than this, because here n is plus 1 and here n is minus 1. So this definitely be the lower natural number than this. So I can, what I can write, I can bring it to equalize the factorial this side. Okay. So 12 into n minus 1 factorial. So I can eliminate this from the equation, saying n must not be equal to 1. If n is equal to 1, this equation does not exist, because this will become 0, and if n is equal to, if I put 1, so 2 factorial is equal to 0, this is undefined. So this, the condition is already arrived from the equation given, which is said to be true. So if I assume it is as it is given in the problem, it is said to be true, the condition is automatically will arrive where I can say it cannot be equal to 0. Okay. This has to be the condition even if it is not there. So n value cannot be 1. Now the remaining part we have to calculate. Okay, so this is n square plus n, and if I bring 2 there, it becomes a quadratic equation, and it must have 2 roots. Now we have to find whether the roots are real or the imaginary roots. So if I can able to factorize it into 2 parts, let's say if I do it, it is happening. So n plus 1, n plus 4, 1, and 1 is n minus 3 equal to 0. So now n could be minus 4 and n could be 3. Now whether we can take it as a real solution, because we are doing factorial. Now if I put n is equal to minus 1, this become a undefined factorial, because factorial inside minus is not allowed, that cannot be defined. So this, if I put n is equal to minus 4, this becomes a undefined factorial. So this we cannot accept this result. So only solution we are having this one. So your answer should be n is equal to 3. Understand? Okay. Let's come to number 16. If n factorial is given as 40320, then what is n? Now this is the challenge of making, as because this side is your factorial. That means this is a product of all the natural numbers starting from n to 1. So now the challenge is you have to arrange it in a such a fashion that you will get some number, and from that number if you go down till 1 by multiplying the consecutive natural numbers, you will get similar result. So this must be arrayed some way that you have to get some number, then next number, then next number. You have to multiply all this till 1, and then you can compare it. So how do you do that? The simple way of doing that, to make it factor. You have to do the factorization of this. So let me start with the rule. Rule is we have to start factorizing from the least prime number. Least prime number is 2. So 2 0 1 6 0, 2 1 0 0 8 0, then 2 50 40, then 2 25 20, 2 12 6 0, 2 6 3 0, 2 3 2 5, isn't it? 3 1 5, sorry, 3 1 5. Now let's come here. This is how much? That now 2 is over. 1 2 3, okay, 3 1 0 5, 3 3 5 5. So the thing you can see it, this is the only term and this is the another term which are having prime numbers. Okay, so there will be always possibilities. So you can start with this, because there is a possibility if we can club with any of the other factors that will cross, then other things you cannot manage like that. So you can start with 7. Let's see whether I can get 6 or not, because 7 after there is a possibility of 6. So to get 6, this will be engaged. So let me write it there. So whatever is consumed, I am just making round of it. So then 5 is there. Now next we have to make 4. This and this consumed 4. So the next is 3. 3 is there, 3 can make. Now 3 is there, 2 you have to make, so 2 is consumed. So remaining, you see 8 is being left. So if I want to make this as a higher series, only thing possibility is that I keep the 8 first. So all these 3, 2 can be consumed. So 8 is higher than this. Now 1 is automatically come. So now this series can be written as 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So this is 8 factorial. So your n value is equal to 8. Okay, you can do it with a trial and error method also, but factorization will give you some guidance where you can start somewhere. Okay, as I can see, I am consuming all the factors, keeping this intact. I am not changing it, I am keeping this intact, and you can see that everything is being arrayed. The remaining that can be placed by multiplying together of higher order. So this is the process of doing. Otherwise you can do it by trial and error method also. Okay. So moving to the next, it is 17. Whereas in the particular problem, the earlier problem that I solved 16 number, their option is being given. So what people generally do, they try all the options one by one, and once the higher being option is taken care, so they eliminate the further higher and then slowly. So that may take some time and that is very irritating. So I recommend people should do the way I have done. So you will get some guidance from that. Okay. So try it for more cases, then confidence may come. So the next one is, if in the expansion of 1 plus x whole to the power 20, the coefficients of r to the power rth, coefficient of rth and r plus 4th terms are equal, then r is equal to what? There also option is given, but let us try without any option. So my prime intention is always to find the answer, not basis on the options given directly. If you can solve it without taking any guidance of options, your basics will be clear more. So let's try. If in the expansion of 1 plus x whole to the power 2n, the coefficient of rth and r plus 4th terms are equal. So what you know about rth term tr is 20c r minus 1, as per the rule, 1 to the power 20 minus r plus 1, x to the power r minus 1. So we only talking about the coefficient. The coefficient should contain which are constant. This also to be, but as because it is 1 only, so it will not affect anything. But whereas if in case there is a 2, the coefficient of rth terms, so this must be contain this constant together. Okay. So don't be confused. Coefficient as per the term, it is the binomial coefficient, but the remaining, if it is constant, has to be multiplied and has to be taken as a whole coefficient, because this is only variable. If in case there is instead of 1 there is 2, so that coefficient of the whole term will change. Okay. And tr plus 1, the term first I will write 20c r plus 3, 1 to the power 20 minus r minus 3 into x to the power r plus 3. So my coefficient will be both case this much only, because other thing 1 will not affect much. So 20 cr minus 1 is equal to, they are saying, then these coefficients are equal in the terms, in the terms given, that rth and r plus 1th, whatever be the case, the coefficients are equal. Now this kind of equation when arrived, what we can say, that r minus 1 plus r plus 3 must be equal to 20, or else this equal to this. But if I do this equal to this, r will be eliminated. For r, any value of r, this will this cannot be satisfied, because r minus 1 is equal to r plus 3 cannot be, because r is eliminated. So you cannot find the value of r in that equation. So equalizing this will not serve my purpose. The second rule is that sum of this plus this is equal to 20 if the coefficients are same. So from there we can say r plus 2 is equal to 20. So 2r is equal to 18. So r is equal to, that implies r is equal to 9. So your value of r is equal to 9 here. Okay. So this kind of problem can be solved by the direct method instead of getting options, because if you follow the options sometimes it may be confusing, because you are trying more number of option in the case where that is not needed, that may misguide you and will take your time. Okay, so in exam you have to choose your methods, and that has to be very definite, and it must not be there in the time of exam. You have to choose your pattern or procedure when you do the practices, that you have to make your mind. So what way will do? If you want to try the options, that has to be very clear, that it must not be at the time of that decision must not be at the time of the exam. Okay, you have to make your mind priorly. So I'll end up here. I'll move to the next problem, that is probably the 80 number. Let me write it because I will forget then. 80 numbers onwards in the next video. Thank you.